What's up guys, it's your boy Kawaki. Today I want to talk about Kawaki and Amado and their relationship that's currently developing in the Boruto manga. Now after Boruto Chapter 59, or a little bit before that, I came up with a theory that Amado is planning on taking over Kawaki's body. Now the reason I say this is because we've seen throughout the last few chapters, or maybe back at the end of the Ishiki fight, we've seen that Amado is really interested in Kawaki, and this is separate from his relation with Ishiki. Now the reason I say this is because we've seen multiple panels where Amado has shown real concern for Kawaki as if he was his child. Now this is not the same time travel theory you guys saw earlier on from, I think, for Neverworld. This is something completely different. Now this is Amado plotting to implant a karma on Kawaki. Now as we've seen in the latest chapter, which is Boruto Chapter 59, Amado mentioned to Kawaki that he can insert a karma on his body or create a new karma that will allow him to use the powers of Ishiki without being threatened by the soul of Ishiki. So this is going to be similar to the white karma, or it's going to be a white karma. Now in one of the first panels we see Amado explaining to Kawaki that he's still the vessel of Ishiki, right? His body is still Otsutsukified. We also see Amado trying to invalidate Kawaki's theory or plan on how to take down Code, which would be Boruto implanting his karma on Code. Now logically speaking, that's not going to take down Code, that's only going to help Boruto in the long run. So what's going to happen in between that time and then? And Amado brought this up, so Code is just going to kill everyone and then Boruto is going to resurrect him later on. So how does that help everyone, right? It doesn't. That only helps Boruto. So if you look into it, Amado is right here. He also brought up the point where we mentioned in the video last week, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that how is he going to implant the black karma when he already has a karma, right? So that might be an issue. Now Amado is not saying that this definitely won't work, but this is a chance they can't take. And he's basically trying to break down Kawaki here, right? We also saw in the next panel, he asks his Kawaki, you want power, don't you? Haven't you been thinking about that ever since you lost karma? And this is true. I brought this up in a few videos prior to this one, that Kawaki's goal here, this hole that he needs to fill, is the karma, right? This power that he lost, this power that he so depended on for a very long time. When we saw that in his fight against Boruto, where he tried to use the karma but it wasn't there. This is going to be a long running plot thread for Kawaki here. He's trying to come to terms with not having karma anymore, and what Amado is doing here is exploiting that insecurity within Kawaki to give him another karma. But it comes with a catch. However, Amado is making it seem as if this is a win-win for Kawaki. He's not going to lose anything. But what does Amado get from this? So I want you guys to look into this, right? He's basically saying to Kawaki, so take it for yourself, especially since Ishiki is gone for good. This brand new power in the form of a karma that's purely a weapon. So he's emphasizing the fact that this karma will be purely a weapon. Nobody's going to resurrect within you. But is that true? Now we're going to move on to the next panel, and I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. Amado is basically using psychological warfare on Kawaki here to break him down. So as we see here, he says to Kawaki, he's basically taunting him, right? That's exactly it. Come on, you know you want it subconsciously, and that is true. Kawaki does want karma for the power. He wants the power to be able to protect himself and Naruto. That's all Kawaki cares about, and also Boruto, but more so the 7th Hokage and himself, because he feels defenseless right now. We also see Sumire take Amado to task on this, and I saw a lot of people reacting to this, trying to diss Sumire, and they just focused on Amado calling her stupid without looking into what she was saying, right? And this is the issue, right? You're focusing on the spectacle of it and Amado calling her stupid in 2 panels, rather than focusing on the content of the chapter itself. This is what she said to Amado. Is that it? Right? Is that really all of it? There are no other reasons you want to restore Kawaki's karma. They're literally putting this on the table for us to suck it up. Like, they're literally laying it out for us. She's literally saying there are no other reasons you want to restore Kawaki's karma. What other reasons would he have to restore Kawaki's karma besides giving him power? Obviously for someone to resurrect within Kawaki. So who might that person be? Who is going to resurrect within Kawaki if Ishiki is dead? Obviously, it's going to be Amado. Amado wants Kawaki's perfect Otsutsukified body so he can wield the power of Ishiki that is stored within Kawaki. So when he resurrects, when he installs this new karma within Kawaki, he's going to insert his DNA in Kawaki and then Kawaki is going to resurrect within Kawaki with the powers of Ishiki through karma. This is his plan, right? This is his plan all along. This is why Amado cares for Kawaki's well-being, and the reason why I say this is because, as we see in this panel, Sumire really pointed it out. She said, "I first felt that something was off when they all returned from fighting Ishiki. You were immediately checking on Kawaki's well-being, and you appeared profoundly relieved that he was okay, yet you seemed more motivated by something other than merely concern over his welfare. The truth is that I wish to be your assistant of my own free will. I'm very worried about Kawaki and Boruto. Plus," and then Amado replied, "You're really smart or really stupid, which is it? Right? If you'd stayed silent, you might have drawn out more intel. Don't you understand strategy?" And he's correct here in saying this, right? She could have stayed a little bit longer, you know, act like she doesn't know what's going on. She would have gathered more data. But again, aside from that, she is onto something here, and this is what she's talking about. This is I think this was about chapter 55, titled Legacy, when Naruto and Kawaki and Sasuke returned to the village after defeating Ishiki. We saw Shikamaru got the news that they're back and there wasn't Ishiki, so maybe they won, and everyone was elated, everyone was happy, and Shikamaru said Naruto and the others are back, and no sign of Otsutsuki. Looks like things went well. Amado was very happy and giddy, right? He was very legitimately, this wasn't a act, he was legitimately happy. He said, "Hey, what about Kawaki? Is he okay?" That's all he cared about, right? Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's just his creation, so he cares about his creation," but I think it's more than that. I think it's deeper than that. We also see him let off a sigh of relief. He said, "I see he's safe, thank goodness," and he seemed legitimately concerned, like this was going to foil his plan big time if Kawaki had died. He didn't plan for this to happen. That's why he was so surprised when Ishiki summoned Kawaki using Naruto's chakra arm. So he was legitimately surprised by that. That was not in his plan. So as you guys can see, he's legitimately showing concern over Kawaki's well-being because he has interest in Kawaki's body. Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, Amado can't use karma, he can't implant his DNA into Kawaki's body using karma because he doesn't have the power of Otsutsuki, he has to be a vessel." Guys, that argument makes no sense. The reason why I say this is because we've seen Amado basically use his inside knowledge of the DNA of the Otsutsuki and the power of the Otsutsuki to create overpowered cyborgs supposed to be like above Jigen's power level, above Ishiki's power level possibly. Right, he's able to extract DNA from Jigen and Ishiki to create these cyborgs and mimic their powers to a greater level to make them stronger than the original Otsutsuki. Don't you think that he would also replicate the power of the karma in order to resurrect within someone else's body? He's an old man, an old frigid man, frail man, right? He's creating all these powerful cyborgs. Why would he do this, right? And not plan something for himself. His plan from day one was to make Kawaki his vessel. This is why he turned against Ishiki and helped them kill Ishiki, because he wants Kawaki's vessel for himself. He wants the body of Kawaki. I mean, he could have done it a long time ago, but guess what? He wanted Kawaki's body to reach a certain percentage Otsutsufication for him to be able to get that perfect body. He couldn't do that if the karma was eradicated too early, so he allowed Kawaki's karma to get stronger. He allowed Kawaki to escape from the balloon so that he would meet Boruto and his karma would resonate and get stronger over time. He created Kashin Koji with all this in mind to kill Jigen so that he would have the body himself, to use himself with a new karma. And that's all I'm gonna say. If you guys like the video, drop a like. If you had anything to say, drop a comment. If you're new, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified. I want to say something else, but I hear the rain and it's going to be annoying in the video, so let's just end it here. I guess I'll just continue in the next video. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.